Thank you. My name is John Chittister. I am the Assistant Athletic Director for Media Relations here at SWOSU. On behalf of President Lovell, current SWOSU Athletic Director Todd Helton, I want to thank everybody for making it out to the hilltop today. Super exciting times here at the university. Thrilled to introduce to you our new head football coach. We'll have a couple of speakers before then, starting with current athletic director Todd Helton.
Stick these on real quick, guys. Good afternoon. Thank you everyone for being here today. As John said, this is an exciting day for Southwestern Oklahoma State University, and as a proud SWOSU alumnus and as well as a former coach here and a former player, I can assure you it's a very exciting day for all of Bulldog Nation. There have been countless hours devoted to this search over the past few weeks, trying to find just the right fit for our program here at Southwestern. And I'm happy to announce that we feel like we found that man in Coach Josh Kirkland. So before we get to Coach Kirkland, I wanted to introduce or thank a few individuals as well as groups, and then we'll get to Coach Kirkland. But anyway, first of all, thank you, Dr. Lovell. Dr. Lovell played a large part in this process. It would not be possible without her support. Thank you for your leadership, Dr. Lovell. This was one of the first projects I was able to work closely with Dr. Lovell, and it's clear that she loves this university and is bound and determined to ensure its success. So we're very happy to have her with us. I'd also like to thank our administration team at Southwestern, Garrett King, Joel Kendall, Brenda Burgess, David Mishak, and Brian Adler for all your help in this process as well. Very helpful. I would like to thank the entire SWOSU athletic staff and coaches for all your hard work and dedication. There's too many of you to mention, but I truly cannot thank you guys enough. You're what drives this department. So thank you, and gals. Thank you very much. Thank you to Nate Downs' staff for setting up this room for us today, and this great. Did a great job. And thank you to the members of the search committee. They put in a lot of hard days and nights, and we combed through a lot of applications, a lot of hard work, and dedicating their time to this. We had an overwhelming pool of applicants. We had over 75 official applicants, and then we had about 60 unofficial applicants on top of that, which really just shows how excited people are about the positive things happening here at Southwestern and the potential that this football job has. Our search committee consisted of, we had SWOSU Athletic Association members, we had football alumni, we had SWOSU faculty, assistant athletic directors, foundation board members, and current SWOSU coaches. So I thank those people greatly. Our goal as a search committee was to bring in a coach who could return the Bulldog football to a level that this university, our students, this community, and our alumni deserve. So as we were combing through the numerous applications and applicants who were wanting to do just that for us, we were looking for a coach who had certain qualities. Number one was a proven winner. Number two was someone with head coaching experience, preferably at the NCAA Division II level. Also a person who values community and understands what it means to invest in Western Oklahoma. That was very important to us. Also a coach who values his players and treats them as extended family. And then we wanted a coach who clearly believes and has a track record of demonstrating that hard work and dedication and discipline win football games. So that was very important to us. It was clear from the beginning that Coach Kirkland not only possessed those abilities, and those qualities, but he had lived them. And those qualities are what Bulldog Nation deserves, and I firmly believe those are the qualities you're going to get from our 23rd head football coach here at Southwestern. A little bit about Coach Kirkland. Coach Kirkland brings college head coaching experience, having spent the past 2 years as the head coach of NCAA Division II New Mexico Highlands University. He also served as assistant head coach at NCAA Division I, the University of Incarnate Word, where he oversaw running backs, tight ends, and recruiting. Prior to his college experience, Coach Kirkland held a pair of head coaching and athletic director roles in the Texas high school ranks at 6A Lehman High School and at 5A Parkland High School. So, and now to introduce Coach Kirkland and a few others is our 18th president at Southwestern Oklahoma State University, Dr. Diana Lovell.
What a great athletic director we have. Welcome to the Hilltop. We're thrilled that you're here today. There's a lot of people I need to thank, and I just want to thank all the boosters that are here. I want to thank our foundation member, Michael Hart, for being here. The mayor is with us. Our new director for the Chamber of Commerce, Elizabeth Amon, is with us. We're honored to have her. I'm sure I have overlooked some other people. We're so glad you're here. Isn't it a beautiful day? And we're about to put in a new turf here. We're going to have a new turf on Flex Chem Field, and we have a new coach, and it's a new day, and we are going to have a great season. And I am thrilled to be able to introduce our newly selected football coach. He has hit the ground running, and half of the football coaches in America, I think, applied for this job, and he rose to the top right away. And so we are honored to introduce you to our new football coach, Josh Kirkland. Welcome.
Thank you for all being here today. If I get too loud, they can turn it down. I get pretty excited. I also get pretty emotional, just so you guys know. And I want to start by thanking the most important people in my life. My wife, my 3 little boys. We moved all over the country chasing a football to be here today to prove that we can be at this job and this place. And all the new friends and the new schools and the churches and all the people that we've left behind at times and the people we've learned, thank you so much for following me through this journey. Whew. All right. Next, I want to thank Dr. Lovell and Coach Helton for giving me this opportunity. There were a lot of Division II jobs open in the country this year, and I wasn't interested in any of them other than this one. This is the job I wanted. This is the job that I believe is a winner. This is a place that I want to raise my family, and we'll get to that here in a little bit. I want to thank the search committee for diving in and digging in. You guys called people that I have no idea how you even found out they were connected to me. I was getting phone calls saying, hey, so-and-so called about this or whatever, and luckily they all said good things. I want to thank Josh Collins, the visit that you took me around and showed me all kinds of things about this university. There's no reason, and I kept saying that, I think, throughout my interview. This is not a bad football program. This is a program that hasn't won a lot of games. We're going to win games. You have everything in place. You have everything in place to do that, and that's why I was excited about this job. I want to thank Mayor Brown and Superintendent Jill Henderson. She gave my wife a tour. It was one of the neatest things in the world. We're at dinner with the provost and Dr. Lovell, and Dr. Lovell set up a tour for Marina the next day to go see the elementary schools, the new ones, and she personally took her on a tour, and that was really neat. Mayor Brown spent a long time with me, talking and giving me the ins and outs of the city and all those different things that we're getting ready to do. So I really appreciate that. You made Weatherford feel like home from the day I got here. I arrived Thursday. I think I was in your office pretty quickly after that, and then everybody around town, just every person I meet, from Jared Jones and the different people I've gone by and seen to lunch today, everybody's been really good to us. It's been amazing. I want to thank the players from every place that I've coached for buying into who I am and buying into what we're trying to do and where we're headed. And that's one of the worst things about this profession is you leave a group behind that believes in you and has bought into you when you take an opportunity like this. And I can't thank them enough. They were so excited for where we're headed and what we're going to do. So I thank all the coaching mentors in my life, Don Carthel, Eric Morris, too, in particular, that have helped me kind of get to where I am today and to be standing here today. First I want to say SWOSU is a destination job for me. I grew up 4 hours from here. My dad's here today. He's a cotton farmer from West Texas. There's lots of similarities to this job and this town and where I grew up. I'm a graduate from West Texas A&M. When Don took over, they were terrible, and so I think there's lots of things that remind me of home and things like that. This town, the people, they check all the boxes. Like I said a while ago, there's no reason that we can't recruit players to Southwestern Oklahoma State, to Weatherford. This has everything you need to be a great American Conference champion, to go compete for national championships. And that's something we're going to expect. We're going to talk about from day one with our players. That's not a dream in the future. That's something we want to do right now. And that's our plan. There's a lot of rich tradition here. My gosh, since I've been hired from all eras, I've had text messages and calls from different coaches, from different alumni, from different people. And my goal over the next month is to get in front of each one of them. I want to go sit down and talk to them and hear about their story and find out how they can be involved in this program. And then lastly, one of the most important things to us as a family is the city of Weatherford. That's why one of the biggest reasons I had this job circled, because of the location, because of the people, because of the school systems, because it is the safest city, voted the safest city, because of all the different things that go into Weatherford. We want to raise our kids here. I want Cash and Crew and Colt to graduate as Eagles. That's what I want from this place. The $150 million in economic development. From Raider Park, we went yesterday and it was freezing cold, and they spent an hour and a half playing on the playgrounds and trying to do that deal. Just hometown great people. My wife can't wait and we're moving here next week. She can't wait to get here and be involved in PTA and let's find a church home and Bible studies and all kinds of things like that. So we're excited to dive in. I do want to thank my dad and his wife Jess for coming today. And God, he's helped me drive a U-Haul way more times than I can count. But we plan to be here next week. Like I said, we're going to go back for Christmas here in a couple days and celebrate that. And then our kids are going to enroll in school here January 3rd. And so we're excited to dive in and get this thing going. I want to thank all of you for being here today, and I want to say go Dogs. We're ready to get this thing going. We had a kid here last night, a recruit that was on a visit already. He committed to us, so when Coach said we're hitting the ground running, we're running. We got to get some players in here and get some things moving. I got to meet this team on January the 10th, get these guys to work. They're going to work harder. I told them in the team meeting Friday over Zoom. They're going to work harder than they've ever worked in their life. My expectations are higher than anybody that they've probably ever experienced, and so we're ready to hit this thing running and get going. So I guess now we're going to open up some questions. Anybody have, I know I talked a long time. I do that at times. So anybody have any questions? Yes, sir.
You were educated from some of the alumni about the rich history that SWOSU has as a football program. How do you instill that in your players moving forward?
Number one, I think we get those people in front of our players. We've got to have some barbecues, some cookouts. We got to get those people back here, let them meet those people. Michael Hart, Ruben, some other of us have been talking about different ways to get some banners and getting those people in front of those things. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the 1996 National Championship. We're going to talk about all the different things that have gone on here. You can't walk by the All-Americans in the hallway without seeing them. So I think you put that in front of them, and that's where the expectation comes. You talk about the legacy that's been here and the people that are pouring in and the people that continue to pour in is kind of how we get that started. Yes, sir. Absolutely, yeah. I was looking. We've been in the office. Luckily, the There have been 2 or 3 guys back there in the back. They're still standing today, but we've been in the office pretty late the last since I got here Thursday night, looking at players, looking at the team that we currently have. I know there's a great player over at Clinton. There's one at Elk City. There's one in Yukon. There's 2 right here in Weatherford. We're all over those guys too. One of the first things, if school wasn't out, I probably wouldn't be here today. I'd be over at school talking to Coach Roof and some of the other guys about those kids. We're not wasting any time getting around here, and we're just going to go from there. I know Lawton. We're talking about getting in front of Lawton guys. I talked on the phone with a kid from Deer Creek and another one from Shawnee, along with my connections, in West Texas, Amarillo, Lubbock, Abilene, all the way down to College Station. I talked to a kid from College Station that played for a state championship on Friday night, right after the game, actually, and I got on the phone. So we're certainly going to go local and then branch out from there. We're bringing fast. If you can't tell already, I talk fast, I move fast, I walk fast. We try to get 92 snaps a game. We go as fast as humanly possible. We spread things out to run the football. I am people like the term air raid, whatever. That's not exactly what I would call what I do. Jeff Levy at Oklahoma, the offense coordinator, is a lot more of what I do. Offensively, I know him well, and some other guys that we spread guys out to run the football, and we do it at a lightning pace. I'm trying to snap it when the ball's set. We don't sub much, and we just roll. Very, very simplistic offense, if that makes sense, but we're doing it at a very, very fast pace. Does that answer your question? Yeah. Yes, sir.
You mentioned you worked with Coach Parkville with West Texas A&M, and you appreciated the job he did returning that program to prominence. What was the biggest lesson you learned from him?
Recruiting. He recruiting and relationships. I mean, recruiting is the number one thing that a coach can do, and it starts with relationships. I've got to get, and one of the things he does is phenomenal at, is get in front of alumni, getting in front of boosters, getting in front of kids, getting in front of high school coaches. I want to have a clinic here. I want to have a coaches clinic here so that all those coaches can come around and I can meet them in one setting and we can sit around and eat brisket and talk about football players. That's something that Don Carthel is amazing at. He's a guy that you can meet him in a 30-second setting, and 2 days later he's going to see you on the street and he's going to remember your name and where you work and all those different things. And so those are some attributes I've tried to take from him. And he loves people. I mean, that's the big thing. Just loves people, and it's genuine. And I think I'm very. Anybody that's been around me very long, I'm a lot like that. I can talk a long time. So, yes, sir.
You mentioned this being like a really good football program. You play in a really tough conference, Great American Conference. What skills and assets do you bring to SWOSU that'll be able to beat some of these really good football teams in Arkansas?
Yeah, I think there's a really good football program. I mean, across the board, even Oklahoma. We're gonna get to where we don't talk about some of those guys anymore, so I'm not even gonna use their name today. But there's good. They've reached out. Some of those coaches have reached out, and they're good programs. But I think number one, the expectation I have for my players are going to be higher than anybody that they've ever met. And when we get out here and we do some 6 a.m. fun runs and some other things that go into that, we're going to build together as a team. In a way that you don't want to quit fighting for the guy next to you because of the things you went through on January 17th and January 18th and January 19th. It's not about September the 10th. It's about right now, what we're doing in January and February and March and April and May. So that's number one. Number two, I think the recruiting piece, I just think there's too many athletes within a 250-mile radius of this place that we're going to go get some really, really good football players, and we're going to bring them in here, and we're going to go up, and I'd put those kids in this area against anybody in the country. I mean, that's my belief, and that's why I think you can ask these coaches. We hit the ground running. One of the first things I wanted to do, I wanted to see the recruiting board, who they were on, where we were moving to, and how we can go get those kids. Anybody else? Any other questions? Yes, sir.
So you spoke earlier about what you expect offensively. What do you expect defensively?
Defensively, we're going to be a very aggressive defense. There's two pieces to defense in today's football world. Number one, if you have to stop the run, and I know it's a sling it around, air raid kind of a football world in today's world. But if you stop the run and you eliminate big plays, those are the two pieces that go into that. We're going to be extremely disciplined. We're going to be good with our eyes, and we're going to make sure people don't run the football on us. That's our goal as we get into that. I think that it's not a complicated thing. You tackle well, you block well, and you're really good on teams. The same thing with defensively. We're going to tackle the ball well, and we're going to stop the run. Any other questions? No? Good.
Welcome, welcome. Let's
Thank
give
you.
him a big
Yes.
round of applause. We're going to take 3 or 4 minutes worth of pictures, and we've got refreshments in the back. We hope you'll stay around, meet the coach, get your photo taken with him if you'd like. But first, I'd like to bring up his family. Why don't you introduce his family, and I've got a little gift for your wife.
This is my wife, Marina. You can stay up front, boys. You can stay there, babe. She's a trooper. If you can see, it's me and her and 3 boys along with 120 football players in her life. So she is outnumbered to say the least. Next is Cash. He's a 10-year-old. He can wave there. And then Crew is a 6-year-old. And then the baby Colt is a 3-year-old. So they're excited to get here. You're 3. Yeah, you're 3. So Cash is ready. I think he's already been invited to play on a basketball team, and they're ready to get into the little league out here, and they're fired up to get to school and all those different things. So we're ready to get running. So I know, Marina.
Welcome to Marina.
No, you're good. You're good. Do I go here now?
Yes.